To summary, Russia watchers acquired a crisp upheaval on Tuesday overnight, while they saw accountable how Russki reporter and Kremlin reviewer Arkady Babchenko had been shot downward in an obvious agreement murder. Ukraine police force informed how an unknown bandit shooting and annihilated him in the staircase to his flat in Kiev, an obvious assassination how drill the hallmarks of a agreement strike, and emerging to be portion of a wavelength of aim killings in Ukraine aimed at opponents of Moscow. I would love to apologize for which you all had to go via, since I've buried friends and associate lot times, and I aware he's a nauseous vomiting sense while you include to bury it yours associate. Thou re disappointed how they constrained you to expertise all the, he told. Yet in else path, it was unfeasible. In Babchenko's expressive, Ukraine safety services had stored his lifetime. They aware him how a hit was orderly on him of Russia, and the cash had already been passed, $40,000, thing Babchenko sarcastically outlined as a reputable cost on his chief. Ukraine officials told they had foiled a fatal story, and how the man suspected of transport out and taken murder try on Babchenko was in guardianship. But in spite the surprise party end, the Ukrainians presented a social relations souvenir to the Russki by the government. How Babchenko is live is the top news story, Russki Overseas Ministry representative Maria Zakharova told on Facebook. Desire it was ever love how. He's too bad how in some cases, the disguise didn't rather go away. And how's potential a spot how Russki officials will future strengthen. Russia has furiously rejected any liability for the poison of the Skripals in Salisbury, lot as it has rejected supporting separatists in Ukraine's Donbas area and interference in the 2016 U.S. president poll. Over environment, up Babchenko's surprise party return, Russki Overseas Secretary Sergei Lavrov told the Western was with the instance to contribute Russophobe view and to build an inconvenient position for our nation in each probable path, country news story agent TASS informed. How answer, charging the Western of vigorous a campaigning of Russophobic, has been the failure Russki answer to all of the Skripal instance to the downing of Malaysia Airlines Flying 17 in East Ukraine in 2014. In every instance, the Russki by the government given angry denials and loaded the Western in creation counterfeit news story to vilify Russia's behalf. In the instance of Babchenko, they can now complain how counterfeit news story is actual. And other are interrogative why the Ukrainians staged Babchenko's die. We are lightweight how Arkady Babchenko is live, told Nina Onianova, the Europe and Centre Asia program focal point for the board to defend journalists. Ukraine authorities must now reveal which necessitated the excess action of production news story of the Russki reporter's assassination. CPJ is studying the unparalleled position and will include no future commentary before we include more than detailed information. Babchenko is no unknown to debate. Recent year, he fled Russia, proverb he was object to a campaigning of oppression so private, so terrible, how he was constrained to run his home nation. My household address has as well been published on the web, along in an invite to trip, Babchenko wrote. I include acquired threats to me and my household by the thousand, in my electronic mail inbox on Facebook and by telephone. But the instance has grown severe questions for several on the effect of the mystification on the experience of journalistic